maybe unrelated, maybe in the telling of it, I'll realize the connection. But um, I, even though I do a lot of work in play and, have a PhD in like very like research, evidence-based science, all that stuff, the other side of me that I bring in and have only started really telling, like, I'll tell certain people if I know that they're, ready to hear it, but kind of the general consumption has been more recent. But I've also for 20 years been practicing qigong and reiki, and nearly completed a year-long energy healing certification. So I've done all of the coursework, but just need to finish my my practical. But that's like bringing shamanism together with biocranial sacral massage, and so all of these kind of esoteric practices, but really powerful when you bring them together with facilitation. So I spend a lot of time doing interesting things, let's say. And so one of the interesting things was a few years ago, I had a friend who she does these nature retreats, and she invited me to come to one. And I didn't really know what it was, but I just said, okay, I'll come. And so we get there, and I think it was just shortly before I think I was packing and I was reading the materials, and then I realized that there's no eating. So it's like 4 days of fasting. So I was like, okay. I was thinking, like, how are we going to eat? Like, for what we're doing, how is this going to happen? How are we going to get food? I was like, okay, well, that answers that question. So I was like, okay, this is fine. I've never done that before. But it was basically we go out to this amazing land, and that was how I met my friends who have the property in the wheat belt, this off-grid property. So that was the one connection, was meeting them and getting to hang out with them. And you were talking about everything having a spirit. So there's this amazing rock there that, anyway, that's a whole other thing, but it's just this amazing magical land where magical things happen. So we go there, and it's called Nature Quest. I think it's a methodology that she uses, that involves nature as kind of like a meditation, a healing practice. So it involves basically being by yourself, not eating for 3 or 4 days. So you're out secluded in the wilderness, basically sitting on a rock. There's nothing. You just have a sleeping bag, a tent, and that's it. And I think by day 3, I just woke up one morning, and I just was like lying on this rock, and I just woke up and just sat up, and I just stared at this tree in front of me, and just the time stopped existing. And um I could tell that the time had passed after maybe 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours, because the sun had moved, or the shadows had moved. But it was just like there was the noise, the talking in my head. There's just complete silence. It was like time, thoughts, nothing existed. And I've never had that happen to me before or since, and it was just amazing.